Hi gang, welcome to Note 12, and I want to point out something very important, that this is going to be the last assignment that's going to be due before the final project. And if you have to choose between the two, obviously 150 versus 50 points is pretty much a no-brainer, but hopefully you can get both done. So I wanted to point that out. What we're going to cover is just taking an artboard and making a web page out of it. So here we go. I've already kind of done that. What I did is I took a rectangle and drew that and put in orange. Then that's a symbol. That's just some straight text right there. And then another rectangle, only a different color because it's going to be my menu. And then I added different pieces of text, and then I used a guide to align them. And then same with this area. This was white by default because that's the end. And then this is orange. And notice that I have some over. This is the end of what's going to be printed, but I let it go a little bit farther just to show you that you could. You know, I could also be a little bit more accurate by going up and bringing it closer to that. So it doesn't matter. So there we go. Oops, what's that other one there? I'm going to delete that. So that's what we're going to do. Now the first thing I need to do is I'm going to come in here, select that layer. And what I did before, because I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time, I knew it was the first object I created, so I came all the way down here and gave it a name of banner. I know that I've got it the right one because I click right there and it goes away. Now the next one is the text. Oh, I mean the banner downstairs. And then this is going to be my menu, so I'm going to double click on that. And I'm just going to type in menu. Now the reason I want to do that is it's very important when I come here. I'm going to go Window, CSS Properties. And what it will do is for the selection, if I have it named, which I did down here, banner, and I know that's the one that's selected. I hate that they allow you to highlight that down here when it really is selected down there. So it's got banner, and then it gives you all the properties that are in CSS. Now if I wanted to match the dimensions that I called out in this graphic, I could go include absolute, position, and dimensions, and then go OK, and then it will give me more information about that box or that rectangle that I just created. So I don't care about that, so I took it off. Well, just another example is right here, and once again it's a class .menu, and it gives you the CSS that you use for that. That's pretty handy. Now another thing you can do, I'm going to grab this and close it, is you can take this and divide it up into sections. It's slices. So you go slice tool right here. And what a slice does, it allows you to break it up. When I publish this, I'll let go. There's my first slice. Come over here and go slice selection tool. I can go object, slice, and I have different options that I could do. I could do create it from the guides I've done, the selection, but I personally have had the best luck with using that slice tool. But the one thing I want you to do here is the slice options. You can break this slice into, or this page into slices, and then have each one of these slices have a different name. So I'm going to call this banner, and it's gonna, if you click on that area, it's going to go to home.html. And then a message, since it's going to be a graphic, you need to give it a message, and this is going to be John's tops, and then I can put the best in the world, and then I can just say for the alt, this is for our brothers and sisters who don't see so well, banner for John's tops. Now I've been known to put the same alt as the banner, or as the message I mean, for each one. And do I want to have a background, or do I want to do a different color? Well, since it's orange, I want that, so I'm going to click on OK. Well, the same is true with each one of these. By default, it's going to have one slice here, and then this is the second slice. Well, do I want that? No, not really. I want this section right here to be the top. And didn't do that. And from here to there, designing a top. Oops, I'm using the wrong tool. I was wondering why that didn't look right. There we go, top. I think it might have been working, but I'm double check right there. And I like going from the bottom up, just because I tend to see the bottom one easier than the top one. And there we go. And then I'm going to have a separate one for the shopping cart over here. Now, it used to be really easy. You used to be able to go right here, slice selection tool, click on that slice, and then right click, and then you would be able to add the information about it. But now they make you come all the way up here to object slice. And I've tried everything. Now maybe there's another way, but I have yet to been able to find that. Yeah, I don't see it. It's really annoying. Like I said, it used to be really easy, and I'd crank it out. I don't want to have to go through that for each one for you today, but I do want you to be able to do that. Now the next thing I want to do is, I've got this slice right up here. I'm going to go File, Export, Export for Screens. And of course this thing is way too big. I don't know why it keeps doing that, but it's really annoying. There we go. And I can tell it how I want it to be exported. There we go. I'll just export the artboards just for grins. And then it pops up and shows me all the cool things I just done. Well, another one we can do is we can go File, Export, Save for Web Legacy. Now I can come up here and select my, and then I can tell, do I want a GIF or a JPEG? Now I have yet to find a way of doing all of them at once, other than the fact that by default it's going to be a GIF. So if I wanted to switch all these to JPEGs, I have yet to figure out a cool way of doing it. There might be one, but like I said, I just haven't figured it out yet. They really are kind of annoying that way. And I'm going to click on Preview. And if you want to see the code that it's going to write, it's also going to create a web page. And I'm going to close that preview, come back to here, and I'm going to go